to Morning Briefing on Aspheric TV. I am Dayo Olujumo Ekuni. Good morning, Uncle Mustilala.
Good morning, Dayo.
How was your night?
Mine, it went well.
Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday, yeah.
Of course, Jamaat.
Yeah.
Okay, right now let's do the top happenings making headlines on the front pages of Nigeria's national dailies. The All Progressives Congress is currently battling no fewer than 208 court cases, with some of them challenging the leadership of the party in various states and the legitimacy of the Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, the Punch has learned. This day, for the first time since the country returned to democracy in 1999, the Senate yesterday reneged on an agreement it reached with a sitting president as the lawmakers overwhelmingly threw out a bill seeking to amend the new Electoral Act 2022. This day reports. The Nation, the Ulster caretaker chairman of the All Progressives Congress APC, Maimala Boni, is due in London to confer with President Muhammadu Buhari, The Nation learned last night. Daily Trust. Independent National Electoral Commission INEC has said that it is not aware of leadership change in the ruling All Progressives Congress APC. Senior officials of the electoral body told Daily Trust on Thursday that this has been communicated to the party in the Commission's response to a letter written to it by the Niger State Governor Abubakar Sani Bello, who is the acting chairman of the party's caretaker committee. Daily Independent. Director General of Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, Captain Musa Nuhu on Thursday told the House of Representatives that unless urgent steps are taken to address the current situation in the aviation industry, the agency might be forced to shut down the nation's airspace to ensure safety of Nigerian travelers. Independent reports. Right now, we're going to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get to give you the news and analysis. Welcome back, everybody, from that short break. Of course, Uncle Mustilala, I am so sure this Friday we've got some news coming in, stories coming in. I mean, what interests you so much amongst the ones you've seen so far?
There's this one by the Daily Trust. Is it Daily Trust or Daily Independent? That says the DG of the NCAA has given a kind of warning to the federal government regarding the situation within the Nigerian airspace. That is a kind of he has performed his own duty now. He is the sole manager of NCA is the sole manager of Nigerian airspace. The licenses airlines in Nigeria to ensure that they play within the rules and regulation of air transportation. So they are in the position to know better than we. Ours as Nigerians is to patronize some of these airlines and use air transportation. But they are in charge of management of all the private airlines within Nigeria. If the airlines are complying with safety regulations or not, they are in the position to know. For instance, regarding maintenance, routine maintenance of airlines. So you discover that some of these airlines, they are not operating within the guidelines. The guidelines, for instance, like the one I mentioned regarding, what is the name? Maintenance. There must be regular and routine maintenance of all the fleets within an airline. Some of them are not keeping to these rules. that is what the NCA man is saying, NCA DG is saying. Instead of allowing danger or mishap to happen, the NCA is now saying that, look, we'll shut down Nigeria airspace. What it means is that all civil airlines will completely go down until normalcy is returned within the airspace. Well, he has done his own work. It's left for the federal government. We are talking about federal government now. We are talking about Minister of Aviation, whereby he will interface between the executive and the regulator. NCA is just a regulator. The NCA DG has done its own by drawing the Nigerians' attention to what is happening within Nigeria airspace. We shouldn't wait till that time when the NCA now slam closure of Nigeria airspace. We shouldn't wait till that happens. Federal government should wade into what is going on within the aviation sector so that they solve that problem, instead of allowing it to degenerate to a position of losing life. Losing life here doesn't mean that losing one life, two life. Whenever there's air crash, virtually everybody on board will go. So we shouldn't allow that. Then another one again, I saw something, is it Punch? Punch said
208
litigation
court cases
here and there, both at the national level and within the state level. We have said this on and on. APC is fighting the battle of its life. It's fighting, the soul of the party is fighting each other. Whether they will come out of it as one, everything is entirely before President Muhammadu Buhari, who is the head of the party. Recall, we've said it on this program here before, that look, President Muhammadu Buhari he doesn't belong to the caliber of politicians that we have now. It's like a father figure in the midst of other young men. Let me use that term, young men. So because he's much more older than them. Okay, take for instance like El-Rufai. When President Muhammadu Buhari was head of state, I believe El-Rufai should be in the university then. And he will be seeing him on TV, not face to face. So the same man now, they are like rubbing mind together now. So they have a lot of respect for President Muhammadu Buhari. So his input matters now. I saw whether Governor Buni is going to brief President Muhammadu Buhari in London regarding the scenario of the last 72 hours or so. Whether he's going to brief him regarding that, I don't know what he's going there to see him. Malamitu is going there. Remember that in the last 72 hours or thereabout, so much had happened, both within the APC, within Nigeria, and remember the clause 84 yes, that was threw out at the Senate. You understand? It's a heavy slap on the Mr. President. Nobody in Nigeria could predict that, look, the Senate could do what they did. So completely they threw it out without blinking eyes over it. They threw it out. Remember that before the Senate took that decision, there was a court case.
Yes.
You understand? So these are sequence of events that happened while the president was away. Everything, whether we like it or not, we'll say that it concerns APC most. The event that led to the exit of whether exit or not, because there are some other incidences that are linked to it. INEC is saying they are not aware of any leadership change in APC. While APC is saying that, look, we have already copied INEC, that Governor Sani Bello wrote to INEC regarding the changes. Well, INEC is saying, no, we don't know any. For now, let's take it that, look, the leader of the chairman of the caretaker chairman of APC still remain Mebala Buni. So a lot of things has gone wrong within APC. They are fighting each other. They are fighting one another, whether the convention will hold or not. Part of the allegation against Buni, they said there was a court injunction stopping the convention, but Buni hid that court case injunction from the governors, meaning he was keeping it to himself till the dying minute, because before he would flash it that look, this convention is not going to hold because of court injunction. That was the allegation against him. You understand? So a lot has gone wrong. Would wish APC well. Remember that they are the ruling party. For a ruling party to go down in a democracy, it doesn't go well. Remember that PDP defeat in 2015, up to now, they have not been able to come out of it and come out stronger. We want a vibrant democracy. That vibrant democracy must be a multi-party system. Multi-party system, APC will play its role, the opposition too will play their role too. That is why here we say it like, look, the drifting of other politicians to the ruling party is not too good for democracy. All the branches must play the active role, then we have that democracy. We wish APC to come out more stronger from their current crisis. We pray for them that they should come out much more stronger. They should have understanding among each other. They must judge, or they must deliberate and dialogue within themselves to come out of it. Then President Muhammadu Buhari, who is the leader, the father of the party, his voice is needed now. If the aggrieved party to say those governors that belong to the camp of Boni, if they decide to say, no, look, we are not taking this, it's like when two elephants fight, you understand, the party will suffer. So they must have the understanding.
Okay. Well, still on APC, the governor of Yobe State, Mala Buni, he has expressed his intention to take over as caretaker chairman of the All Progressives Congress when he returns from his medical trip in Dubai. Well, the intention of Buni was revealed in a leaked letter he forwarded to the governor of Niger State, Governor Sani Bello, whom he handed over to before his trip. Well, the letter was dated February 28, 2022, and it was addressed to Governor Bello and other members of the caretaker committee before his departure. Buni, in the letter, had willingly transmitted power to Bello following his medical leave. So something is not really playing out right.
A lot of intrigues is going on within
it's
APC.
Not really playing out right.
Recall that only 2 days ago, Governor Nasir El-Rufai at the State House, he said that, look, Bala Buni has gone, that he's not coming back to APC as any caretaker chairman, that he is only coming back as a governor of Yobe State North. He categorically stated it. You understand? So when he had an interactive session with Channels TV, he said it. Look, that Mala Buni has gone. That he's not more coming back as the caretaker chairman. And he went on to reel out the offenses against him. I said, look, we are coming to save this party. Otherwise, Mala Buni would collapse the party. He cites several
there were
offenses
a lot.
That these are things that he committed. So, and the other side, Bala Buni himself, he said, look, before I left the country, I transmitted a letter to my assistant, who is the governor of Niger State, Sani Bello, that I would be away.
When I come back, I will
from
take
so
over.
time to so time, and I will take over. Well, ideally, they should have waited to say, okay, look, whatever thing that will happen, you should come back, take over the mantle of leadership again. Then they will say, okay, look, we are passing a vote of no confidence on you. We are not interested in you again. As it is now, if you proceed to seek legal redress against his opponent, he will have genuine reasons to at least to take them to court. But taking them to court means jeopardizing interests of APC. Remember, 208 cases already pending at the various level within the APC. Then taking them to court over that leadership tussle, it means that the party is drifting apart. So that is why we are saying that, look, President Muhammadu Buhari's voice is needed now. He must bring some sanity within the party. If PDP were able to stay in power for 16 years, how did they do that? They did that at most of the PDP president. For instance, Obasanjo was like a father figure within a PDP. Although some people faulted that look, this is not part of democracy. He forced idea on them. He forced decision on them that, look, this must be done. He called them by their name. Mr. Chairman, you, this. No. So President Muhammadu Buhari is like more or less like a gentleman. That soldier's thing in him is like
suppressed.
They are suppressed. He's more acting like a Democrat now, whereby that's a level of
everyone has a right.
But everyone has a right. You can't expect everyone have a right now.
No.
Because if you allow that to happen, this governor of Yobe will proceed to the court. And when he proceeds to the court, it means APC is drifting apart every day. Already they are drifting apart. There was one report that I saw somewhere, though it's not have been confirmed, that 13 governors threatened to leave APC.
Yes.
So President Muhammadu Buhari should add his voice now to save the party. Yes.
Well, the national leadership of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW, has ended an indefinite suspension to its Lagos chapter's chairman, Musiliu Akinsoya, popularly called MC Oluomo. According to the letter of suspension signed by the NURTW General Secretary Kabiru Yao, MC Oluomo is guilty of insubordination and inciting members of the union against the national leadership. The letter, dated March 9, 2022, directed MC Oluomo to hand over all union properties in his care to the state secretary and hand over the leadership to his deputy. Well, the latest developments that the NURTW had issued a letter. Yes, of course, there's been a report before that they had issued a letter of query to MC Oluomo, but in his response, he denied everything. He denied every allegations against him. He argued that all the allegations leveled against him were false and baseless, saying that he is a promoter of peace.
I think there is another reaction from MC Oluomo regarding this. So,
of course, yes.
Whereby they pulled out from the national body.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Well, if you ask me, I would say all is not well within the transport union in Lagos, because for the past, since the beginning of the year, although it's a regular thing that the union, they are always fighting themselves to the extent that it will lead to violence on the street of Lagos. But this time around, it's far beyond that. Beyond that, in the sense that the national body of NURTW, they intervene and they provide solution on the ways out, which MC Oluomo is not ready to abide with. Now they decided to say, okay, we have given you query. From the query now, they give him suspension. You understand? MC Oluomo in Lagos is like a demigod before the area boys. So now, what he's saying now is that, look, you have suspended me indefinitely. Then we in Lagos Council of NURTW, we are pulling out from you. So he has taken that decision that, look, we are pulled away from you. Recall that, look, there are factions in Lagos within the union, but he is more or less like enjoying the state government support, whereby other factions, they have become insignificant. They have been rendered powerless within Lagos State. Well, if whatever MC Olomo has become, he was made, supported by the Lagos State government. But he must be very careful. Careful in the sense that if you are talking about MC Olomo, there is this rumors that he's also enjoying the support of the Lagos kingmaker, who is Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Remember that he has MC Olomo has taken this battle beyond the shores of Lagos, now to the national level. Don't you think that this can affect Tinubu's aspiration, 2023 aspiration?
Yeah, that's the way it's looking like. Well, Governor Bello Matawalle of Zamfara State is set to lose his governorship position following his defection to the All Progressive Congress APC. This is as the People's Democratic Party filed a suit against at the Federal High Court in Abuja, seeking the removal of the governor from office due to his defection to the APC. In the suit filed by its lawyer Emmanuel Ukala San, the PDP asked the court to declare the impeached Deputy Governor Mahdi Aliyu Gusau as the duly elected governor of Zamfara State. The PDP is also seeking the court to sack about 37 members of the National Assembly and the State Assembly who defected to the APC. In his reaction, counsel to Machiwal Mike Ozekome San sought an extension of time to file their responses to the matter. Justice Inyangeko, however, fixed April 7, 2022 for a hearing of the suit following an application for joinder and submissions of lawyer in the matter. Just a second one happening.
Interesting days ahead. You understand? It's like the same judge that passed the judgment in Ebonyi.
Yes. It's
the same court now being approached by PDP in Zamfara. So, law is a precedent. I told you days ago that look, a precedent has already been set in Ebonyi State. It will start from that Ebonyi State judgment, whereby it has been captured in the law in Nigeria that look, if you defect from one party to another party,
are you in a position
as an elected politician, you are losing your position. You forfeit your position. You are free to go to that party that you belong to, but you cannot carry along with your victory.
Because you won the votes.
So it's the party that voted for, not you as a person. Because on the ballot box, on the ballot paper, is the party logo that is here, not your picture or your face. You understand? So that is what the judgment means. Interesting days ahead. Mike Ozakme, the counsel to Matawalle, Governor Matawalle, he said let him have more days to study and know how to reply. So more interesting days ahead. Already, court cases about reference. The PDP now reference the case of Ebonyi. If you look at it very well, there is similarity between the two scenarios, the Ebonyi and Zamfara. As at the time Zamfara governor defected to APC, there was no incident of such within PDP. He's the leader of the party within the state. He left with lawmakers, both the state lawmakers and the federal lawmakers. He left with them.
And nothing was done.
And no any sort of crisis within PDP. Rather it's an APC that is facing crisis now, because there are people who were on ground before it came to APC. being the most elected public officials within the state, he automatically become the leader of the party within the state. You had the like of former governor of the state, two of them, they are still alive, they are there. So, more interesting days ahead. Let's watch and see.
I know some governors will be scared, and those that hold positions. That
is why you see although they are just like what happened in 2014 or 15. Before some governors pulled away from PDP,
they
created some problem, and of which they named their group as New PDP, whereby it gave them that excuse. They were looking for excuses to say, okay, we want to leave.
Since there's a problem in PDP, then
and that is how they left. Right. And that is why their position were preserved. I could recall the case of Aminu Tambuwa, who was a speaker then. When the PDP approached court, they got their victory because they had already created the situation of crisis within PDP. So, but in this case, there is no any situation of such. Governor of Umehi, he left, and when he left, PDP now approached the court and they got their victory at the court. So now it's now the turn of Zamfara. So let's just watch and see.
Very interesting. Well, the Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG, has created the Directorate for Politics and Governance ahead of the 2023 general elections in Nigeria. The church stated that the newly created directorate is to coordinate the affairs and activities of members interested in seeking political offices in 2023. The RCCG also announced the appointment of Pastor Timothy Olaniyan, a pastor in charge of Province PICP Lagos Province 12, as the head of the directorate, and directed the pastors at regional, state, zonal, and all other levels to appoint officials to coordinate the new directorate at such levels. Well, the news about the establishment of the new directorate was made public in a memo with reference number RCCG AGO8/ADM/AA memo/20/01/2022 and dated February 28, which was signed by the Assistant General Overseer Admin and Personnel Pastor GF Odeshola. So it's authentic.
2023 is going to be very interesting. You know, all along, if you look at member of CAN, some of them are saying some of the member of frontline member of CAN, they have been all along clamoring to say, look, church cannot completely wash its hand off politics. That look, if we do that, we won't have resourceful men governing the country. So church must play active role within the politics of Nigeria. So I think RCCG is trying to key into that. So what they are trying to do is if you are their member and they are interested in vying for any public office, elected position, show your interest so that they identify with the church. Let the church officially know that, look, this is what they do. Then I believe spiritually they will support you with prayer. Then they can galvanize the members to say, okay, go to the street, talk to people, talk to one person, win somebody for our candidate. And now aside that again, they would set a standard to say, look, as you are going to contest for his councillor, peradventure you become a councillor, this is what we are expecting you to do. Remember that, look, now you are an individual. When eventually you become elected and you won, remember that, look, the public, they are giving you their mandate in trust.
And because you're part of this...
Because you are part of this commission,
yes,
you are not expected to live above board. Make how do I put it? make accountability your watchword. You must be accountable. You understand? This is not, we're not talking about the normal word anymore. We're talking about religious. We're talking about a church whereby church mold individual, they mold the society. If you are our member, we are giving you support, but this is what we are expecting you to do. You must be accountable to the people. You must fear public fund. You must remember that, look, there is hereafter. I don't know whether you are getting
yes.
because if you look at the regular Nigerian politician, there's nothing like accountability in their DNA. What they know is this is public fund. How they use it is entirely how they manipulate the processes here and there. So, but the RCCG, they are trying to lead by example now to say, look, they are molding a crop of politicians. You are a member of the church, and you are going outside the church now to vie for political position. Peradventure, you become what you are seeking. This is what is expected of you. I believe that is the role that the RCCG is trying to play in this regard now. But the general public, the way they will see it is more like I even saw something yesterday that there's purposely set up that directorate because of Osibajo. Osibajo has at least one way or the other is a spokesperson, Laolo Akande. He has come out to say, look, for now, these are how politicians talk. He said, no, for now, they are not interested in anything like that. But people will continue to conjure and spread rumors here and there. So Nigerians should look at it from a different perspective that, look, RCCG, they are trying to set an example of the kind of leader Nigeria desire. All along since 1999, we have been jumping here and there, trying politicians here and there. We try this one like this. The end result is all about failure. So let's allow the clergy to
religious organizations wake up.
Yes.
Not just the church,
yes,
even
no.
the mosques.
Let
them also have a directorate
yes.
and intervene in the
at least
political
they should be able to
of Nigeria.
Groom. It's all about grooming politicians, grooming the kind of persons that will participate in the political system. You understand? They should groom them based on religious thinking to say, okay, as a religious man, this is what is expected of you. You are supposed to live morally. You are supposed to live, at least, nobody is a saint, but at least there is an expectation on your part. So I believe that is the example that RCCG is
because
trying to set up.
Because if you are praised as a person who holds a position, the church, the commission, or the mosques also, we have that glory.
Yes.
We own that glory.
Sure.
Well, the national spokesperson of the Nigeria Correctional Service, Francis Enobori, has confirmed the emergence of Chidinma Ojukwu, the alleged killer of Super TV boss Michael Achaga, as Miss Cell 2022 in Kirikiri Correctional Center. Well, we had earlier reported that Ojukwu emerged as the winner of the competition after competing along ladies at the correctional facility. Well, Onobori further stated that part of the services of the correctional facility is to ensure that inmates are in sound and good spirits. Well, the spokesperson of NCS revealed this in an interview with Daily Trust yesterday.
Oh, well, yeah. Remember that yesterday we have already talked about it. She's still a suspect. She has not been convicted of the offense alleged. She's free within the ambit of the regulations within the prison facility. Recall that the beauty pageant was organized to commemorate the International Women's Day within the prison facility, of which she contested and she won. She didn't do anything. There's no any aspect of violation of the law. I know quite okay that it's sensitive. The way Nigerians will look at it is like that. she's not remorseful of her crime. But they should also remember that, look, the crime in question is alleged. She's just a suspect. Up to now, it has not been proven by the law court that, look, Chidinma Ojukwu, you committed this offense and we are passing this judgment on you. Life imprisonment, 20 years imprisonment. That is not the case.
I think of course, it's very, very sensitive, and some people might feel so bad about what happened. But what if you hear that today she commits suicide in the prison? No, it's supposed to be a correctional facility. It's supposed to be a correctional.
So, and what they are doing is like that beauty pageant. It's like giving her hope to say, look, you are not. You see, the judgment has not been passed.
It has not been passed.
She's not condemned yet. You understand? So even if she's condemned and she decides she's in the prison facility, even if she's condemned,
she has the right to life.
That is it. So Nigerians, they should at least tone down this thing that, look, she's a human being, she's a woman, she's a young girl. Probably she was involved with a beauty pageant here and there before this sad incident happened. And now that she's in the prison there, still undergoing a trial, at least she decided to vie for this thing. And she won. She won. So the other aspect is that Michael Ataga's family, when they hear this kind of story, there's a way that they will feel as if the young woman is living her life well, even within the prison. She's living her life well. I saw one comment on Twitter whereby during her last outing in the court, see, look at this girl, she's looking very fresh, even more prettier. So someone now said, do we even know whether she's being released from the prison, so that the prison officials will just only go and pick her during her trial, then bring her to the court, meaning they are suspecting some kind of foul play somewhere. Come on, she's beautiful. You know, some people are naturally endowed with good body.
Yes. So
if you confine them to a particular place, that is when their beauty will envelop more. You understand? So I believe that is the kind of girl she is. You understand? So contesting for a beauty pageant, what they fail to understand again is all the contestants are inmates within the prison. It's not the pageant was not held outside the prison, but it's within the prison facility in Kirikiri.
Anyone could have won.
Anyone could have won. I believe that this particular this thing, the pageant has been there.
It was not as popular as
it's not as popular, but it's not become popular now because Chidinma Ojukwu. You understand?
Thank you everyone for staying with us on Morning Briefing at Spheric TV. I am Dayo Olujumo Ekuni. Thank you so much, Uncle Mustilala.
You're welcome, Dayo.
Please kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media handles. Facebook at Aspheric News, Instagram at aspheric.news, and Twitter at Aspheric News. And check out our website, www.asphericnews.com. Have a wonderful day. Bye.